This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
The views expressed by guests on this program do not necessarily represent the views of the host or owners of the Doggy Diva show and do not necessarily constitute endorsement of products. Medical information discussed by guests on this program are those of the guests and is only for informational purposes and should not replace medical advice by your local veterinarian professional.
Hi, this is Susan Marie from the Doggy Diva show. This week, celebrating National Mutt Day and special goodies for tiny dogs, like Miss Olive. That's what's on our show this week. Let's get started.
Hey, did you hear that? What is that? It's the bark heard round the world. The Doggy Diva show. Here's national award-winning author and animal advocate, Susan Marie.
Hi, welcome to the Doggy Diva show, the show for animal lovers. I'm your host, Susan Marie, and as always, I'm joined by my canine co-hosts, the Doggy Divas themselves, Francesca, Coco, and our newest little diva, Miss Olive. Miss Olive is the cute little Italian Greyhound rescue in the picture with the microphone. Thank you for joining us today as we bring the experts in the pet and animal world right to you. Email us at doggydivashow@aol.com. That's DOGGYDIVA show@aol.com. We love hearing from you. So go grab a cup of coffee and your pet's favorite treat, and we'll be back in just a moment.
The young lady from the rescue delivered happy. He was missing hair, stinky, scabby. The cause of his issue was poor nutrition. It was neglect.
DINOVITE.com.
We've been using Dinovite, and within a couple weeks, his skin started clearing up. He didn't smell. He had more energy, a glow, and a bounce about him.
You get some Dinovite, how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Doggy Diva show. I'm here with Monica Leighton, president of Professional Pet Sitting, with our pet tip of the week. And Monica, July 31st, it's such a fun day because it's one of my favorite days. It's National Mutt Day. So how about, is there like some famous mutts out there that you can think of?
There are, and I love National Mutt Day. National Mutt Day, they actually celebrate it 2 years out of the year, every single year. So they do July 31st, and then also in December, it's the only pet holiday that they actually made a national holiday for twice a year. December, they celebrate on the 2nd as well. And 80% of the dogs that are in our shelters are mixed breed dogs or mutts. Even some of our designer breed dogs out there, essentially, are mutts. Mutts are wonderful dogs. The gene pool is widened. There's so many wonderful dogs out there. And what I thought was really cool is National Mutt Day even actually has its own website. And they featured some of these famous mutts on their site. So it's www.nationalmuttday.com. And some of the famous ones that they had featured on there was Benji, of course. They have Spike, and Spike was actually the dog in Old Yeller. Spike was a mutt. They have Leica, and Leica was actually the first dog in space. It was used by the Russians. There are so many more. Like, that was just a couple that they had on their site. Through the years with being the president for the National Pet Sitting Association, I had gone to quite a few of their conferences, and I did a lot of talks on disaster preparedness, but they had a keynote speaker that came out, and I've actually had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman a couple times now, and his name is Bill Berloni. He has a website as well that I'll give everybody. It's really cool to check out. It's www.theatricalanimals.com. What I really liked about Mr. Berloni is he is a great trainer. He takes dogs from shelters and trains them. And these are dogs that you see in major motion pictures, on Broadway, and TV commercials. And they're all rescue mutts. And they're amazing. These dogs do some amazing stuff. He's actually casted and gotten these pets from shelters for all of the main stage shows on Broadway for Legally Blonde, Annie, Because of Winn-Dixie, like I said, national movies. And what I thought was even greater was when these dogs are done with their stint on Broadway, Bill has a huge rescue farm in Connecticut, and he keeps all the dogs. Now, in the past, I know from talking to him, like, for example, one of the shows that he did was Legally Blonde. And the actress that played the main character got so close with the dog, she actually wanted to adopt the dog, and in that case, she did. But unless there's some situation like that, these pets go and they stay with him. And they work and they live out their life on this farm and they have a great home. And these are all dogs that were, dogs that were given up. They were, thrown out to the road or left at a shelter somewhere. And with a little bit of training and loving care, these dogs they're famous. They're on TV. They're doing Broadway. They're in major films. It is just amazing to me. So I always recommend everybody go check it out. I actually have Bill's book, which was really enjoyable. It's called Broadway Tales. And but definitely check out his website. It's www.theatricalanimals.com. But I thought, what a cooler way to celebrate National Mutt Day than to go back. And so I pulled out my book and was rereading my book. So I'm like, these are famous mutts out there that now have the coolest life out there, and they were in a shelter. Any pet that you get from a shelter has this ability. It's just putting the time into it and making them feel loved, and that can change a dog forever.
Well, and that's so important, and I love that story. And Bill, how fabulous is that? And it just goes to show that the shelters, the rescues, you have an opportunity to pick like a wonderful dog, select a wonderful dog, or sometimes they select you, but the talent that they all have, it doesn't matter what the breed is, it matters what is inside them, and we all find that unconditional love, and sometimes you find the talent. So thank you, Monica, and thank you, Bill. That was wonderful. Thank you, and happy Mutt Day, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great week.
Hello, everyone. Susan Marie and Miss Olive here to announce the release of the second book in the Doggy Diva Diaries series, Miss Olive Finds Her Forever Friends, a story about Miss Olive's encounters with bullying at a dog park and how she learns a life lesson. Please check out the original award-winning book, Miss Olive Finds Her Forever Home, which is a story about adoption and rescue. Both books are available at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, and please visit thedoggydiva.com for more information. Thank you, everyone. Coming up, got a tiny dog? How about a tiny pet box full of goodies? Keep it here.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. CATTREETRAY.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Doggy Diva Show. Tiny Tails Box is a dream come true for pet parents like myself with tiny, petite pups, toys and treats, yes, fashionable clothes can be a challenge for us. Well, Miss Olive has found the answer, and they arrive monthly in specially wrapped box of special items chosen for your pup. It's so very special, and we loved opening it with its pink box, pink tissue, beautiful little dress that Olive's wearing today, and yummy treats chosen specially for her, and little toys that she loves. So with us today to tell us more about Tiny Tail Box is the founder, Anissa Richter. Welcome, Anissa.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to create the Tiny Tail Box?
Yes, so I have been basically running a machine shop with a family business with my dad and my sister, and we started this back in 1986, and I've done this my entire life. After college, I worked with my father and my sister, and, we were in the oil field, and I'm at that age where, I've heard for so long, do what you love. That's where your happiness is, your happy spot. And that's what I'm going to do. And my dad passed away a couple of years ago, and so I have been inspired to do this. I've always owned little dogs. My first one was when I was 18, so I grew up around dogs, but not little ones. And so once I got my first little dog, that's when I was absolutely, sold on having the small dogs. And so that's kind of my inspiration. And the little girl in the box, her name is Lily, and she passed away last year. And so that was probably the reason I started this whole venture. And her paws are actually on the box. So
yes, and it's it's a Chihuahua. She's adorable. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. She's precious.
Oh. She was my pride and joy, and it took me about 6 months. I actually started the business, and I put it on hold for about 6 months because when I lost her, it was unexpected, and it was just heartbreaking, and I couldn't even hardly stand to get back into it because the tears would start rolling, and it took me about 6 months to kind of regroup and get motivated, and so now I'm definitely, she definitely was a big, huge part of my inspiration of doing this, her and my father, of running a business. So learned a lot from both of them, but yeah, she definitely, it was so hard to find clothes for her. So that was, one of the first things I was, gosh, there should be a box for, dogs with toys too as well, toys and treats that were small enough for the little bitty ones with the tiny little mouths.
And I have to tell you that there are some out there that people could get, but they're geared towards a bigger dog, even though it says it's a small dog. Olive weighs 8.5 pounds. Mm-hmm. It's perfect for her size and mouth. So I'm sure that people who have Chihuahuas, Italian Greyhounds, little Min Pins, or, any type of a small dog, that these would be perfect for them because the clothes fit and the treats were so wonderful. And I appreciate so much because Olive has no teeth and she has to have very soft, kind of mushy treats. And you actually packed one special for her. So I appreciate that. And she absolutely loved it. So for the listeners who may not understand, how does the Tiny Tail Box work?
When we first started, I had two options, and it was a deluxe box with an outfit, and the basic box, basic Wag Swag box, it just had toys, treats, and a couple of 1 to 2 bonus items. And the deluxe was basically everything the basic had, but an outfit as well. Because as you know, when you have a small dog, you love to spoil them with clothes, and that's, something I thought, I'm going to do that. There's not any other box out there that I know of that includes an outfit. And, of all sizes of dogs, the small ones definitely, you want to go out and spoil them with that. So basically the box works where you purchase a monthly subscription. You pick which option is best for you. There's 6 options. We added 4 others after the fact. Those are new and they're out there on the website, but there's a mini box, which has mini deluxe, which has an outfit and 1 treat, 1 toy, and 1 to 2 bonus items. So it helps with people on budget. So if they really want the outfit and they want everything, then they can still get that, and it's a little bit less, and so on and so forth. And then we have a no treat box. And so a lot of dogs have sensitivity to different foods and allergies. So I had one lady that was going to cancel, and she said, my dogs can't have the treats anymore. I said, you know what, we can fix that. And so we created a box with no treats, just the toys and the outfit. So we've kind of accommodated a lot of different things without going completely custom, but that's kind of how we've done it. And so you pick out a box, and if you want to give us a try, you get a special discount, the first box you choose. And then after that, it's month to month, and I don't require anybody to pay up front or long-term, commitments. I chose not to go that route. Just to have everybody try it out and trust that, they're going to really love it and stay with us. And if not, I don't ever want to hold anybody hostage so they can cancel anytime.
And Anissa, that's so important, especially in these times where they're very uncertain times. And I think that to know the way you have it set up, where it's not like long-term commitment, you're tied into this. But I have to tell the listeners that when you get it, however you set it up, and I know that you have everything set up custom, it's like it brings a ray of sunshine in these days of not a lot of sunshine. So it was such a joy. And my husband was photographing me open it. He said, "You're so excited." He said, it's like you get the holiday, because I'm pulling them out and I'm going, "Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this." And then, of course, the dress, which people who look at her on Facebook today, they will see her in the dress that she got in her box. But I'm talking about what was in Olive's box. How do you choose what our pups can look forward to in their boxes?
Well, last month we kind of did a dental theme, but because I'm new, I've been open 6 months. I try to choose things that, I would be excited about opening, of course, and, go with maybe a theme of some sort. But I plan on at least, like for summer, I did some summer things. We did ice cream and we did the little loafa with the crab. So that's kind of something I chose. And as the seasons come along, I'll probably go and choose something that kind of goes with the weather outside and the activities we might do with our pups.
And with Olive, what she does is she has like a complicated background. So she takes all of these toys and she puts them under her like they're little puppies. So they fit perfectly, like that she snuggles under them, or she may use one as like a little pillow. So these are like the perfect. It's so hard to get them this size. They're perfect for her, and she just loves them. Of course, her sister. We have another small one who she kind of takes them away from her. But I mean, she loves them. It's so perfect for someone who has a dog that's small. But I mean, the type of treats that you have up there, you could, if they're not looking to get a dress or something, like I got this adorable poop bag holder, a little pink bone poop bag. Oh, I loved it. And it's got a light color. They're beautiful little bags. I mean, oh my God, it's the simple things in life that make us so happy, isn't it?
Right. I mean, everybody deserves to get a little gift in the mail.
Yes.
And I try to, even the bonus items, I'm trying to make that where maybe it's geared towards making being a pet parent easier. So it might be something for you guys, like a bag hold, like the poop bag holder. I thought that was ingenious. And so we did those on a 3D printer and we created those, and now we're machining those here at the machine shop. But, one of the things I, like to say is that on the outfits, I do go through, and that's why I ask for measurements, because I try to make sure when they get their outfit, there's not going to be a return or anything like that. I've had very few issues with that, except for growing puppies. And so other than that, I, try to fit them. I do it each person individually on my profile sheet for everybody. So it's very individualized. And if they have a special, like, sensitivity to a certain meat or treat or whatever, I withhold that, or special, like I can't have plush toys. Okay, we accommodate that. So we accommodate a lot for each person. That's why there's a special request box. And I just sold a lady a couple of days ago. She said, "Well, my dog is older. She's 13. She doesn't play with toys. Can I do a treat-only box?" Well, that's not even out there, but we created one by having her buy the toy-only. We just swapped it out. So I'm super happy to do that for anybody, and it makes me so happy that people are spoiling their pups. And I know it's hard to get out these days to go to stores, and it's kind of a pain. This brings it right to your house. And so it's kind of like a box of fun for you and your pet. So, yeah.
I wanted the box that had the dress in it for Olive, and plus all the speech treats. And you got special treats for us because she obviously can't chew on anything. But she has the deep chest because she's an Italian Greyhound. She's small, but she has the deep chest. And sometimes if you buy something that you order something and hope it works, this really fit her perfect. And I mean, and it's beautiful and the style is perfect. But she's very girly. It's very girly. And it's like a nice little summer sundress. And I truly love it. I'm telling you, you could probably, all of you listening to me could tell I was thrilled by it. And I kind of like got all excited about it. I've had big dogs. I've had medium dogs. I now have little dogs. And it's sometimes the little dogs get lost in the shuffle and they don't have things that are towards them. The cute little dogs. I mean, the little dogs that you could put in your little, like Olive's in a little purse carrier. So, I mean, they're really, really tiny. So it stood out to me and it appealed to me. And I think that if the listeners, if they want something that's going to be a reasonably priced surprise box that's going to come to you, I think that you'll be thrilled. And I know that people, a lot of them can't get out to go to the stores to buy treats or can't get the treats that they want that they would normally get. I know that for one of the ones that I get, the person that I purchased them from, the store, is on limited hours, limited people. The way you go in is a special way, and they don't have a lot of the stock that they normally had. It took 1 month to get the treats in. So the fact that you sent me what you sent me, it was perfect. Everything was like kismet. Everything came at the right time, and I think that it's great what you're doing.
Well, I've got one more thing I was going to say is that there's a lot of people that have multi-pet families, not just little dogs. They might have a big one and a cat. I do have somebody actually send something for every person in her fur family, and she loves this box. She's a great spokesperson for me. She's so sweet. And she said, even the birds got something last month. I don't know what she fed the birds. But she goes, I'm sending you an extra $10 because I can't even choose. Just send it all to me. I was like, oh my gosh, you are so sweet. But I've customized her box completely. She pays a little bit more than everybody else, but she gets 2 additional things on top of the deluxe. So her kitty cat can have something, and her big dog can have a toy or a treat that month. So I truly am the mom and pop shop that you can send me a special message and say, hey, I have a lizard, I mean, seriously, I want to make this as easy so people don't have to get multiple pet boxes, but they can order one and the whole family can enjoy it. And the thing with the treats is that, if a small dog can eat it, as long as I base like the treat choice usually on if a Chihuahua or a Pomeranian, a dog with a very narrow, small, tiny mouth can eat that. A large dog is, of course, can gobble it down. So I always think, okay, can the small dog chew on that or can, whatever. And that's how I kind of pick the treat size. And I also have a tasting panel. So I make sure that 3 out of the 4 dogs at least will eat it and enjoy it and want more. Otherwise, I've actually bought treats and not even sent them because 2 of the dogs didn't like them, and my dog loved them, which was strange. And the other 3 was like turned their nose. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to keep those. Like,
I'll
give those out to shelters or whatever. But I have a friend that does rescues, and I said, I've got a box of treats that I might just donate to you to give that to the pups. But anyway, so I'm pretty picky about what I choose, and it's all very meaningful and very intentional towards the little dogs.
Anissa, I could tell that it was packed with love because you either get something and it's just like you're getting something that has items in it. I could tell the way you presented it and the way it was packed. It was like packed with love, and that means so much to me as a pet parent. I truly was enjoying going through, opening up each little thing. I thought that it was something great. I like it. I'm thinking that other pet parents are going to love it because I kind of use myself as a test. You have actually pup testers. So I think that's great. So one thing before we go, is there anything you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, I would. I have a surprise for all of your listeners. I have created a special code, promo code OLIVE, and so your listeners will get an additional 10% off their box if they sign up. So that is something I wanted to share with everybody. So yeah.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And we'll get that up on her Facebook page, the Doggy Diva Show Facebook page too, so that people could see it and know where to find you. Now, as speaking is knowing where to find you, can you share what your website is with everybody?
Yes, my website is tinytailsbox.com.
And that's TINY, Tiny Tails.
Yes, TAILS box.
Oh, Anissa, I want to thank you so much for being our guest today and for creating such a special box of goodies for fur parents, especially me and Olive and their fur kids. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm sure the listeners can tell by my voice that I really I have it right in front of me. I brought it with me to the studio. I showed it to Chuck. I'm going, look at what we got. So of course, some of them are little toys or maybe a little used, but that's okay. But I bet that's because they were very well loved by Olive. They're nurtured like little puppies. So I want to thank you so much for being our guest. And again, everybody go to tinytailsbox.com and use the promo code OLIVE. I can assure you that it's me tested Pet Parent tested, Pet Mom tested, and Miss Olive tested. We give it all paws up. So I have to thank you, Anissa. You brought such happiness to this household, and I'm sure that you're doing it to many more. So thank you again for being our guest. What you're doing is wonderful. Great idea, great inspiration, bringing a lot of love to people out there who need it at this time.
Well, nothing makes me happier than creating these boxes. It makes me just as joyful and happy to hear you say how much you enjoy it. And I smile from ear to ear every time someone sends a video. So I love it.
Oh.
So thank you for having me today. I really enjoyed it. And,
thank you. Yes. And told some other people about it. And they've seen my little squeaker box, that they've seen it and that they are going to want to hop right on and get it. It'll bring joy to you.
And share. Anybody who does buy, please share photos and videos with me. Like I said, that brings me so much joy, and I like to share that with other people out there to show them, how special these boxes are for their pups and all the fun that they get out of it. But thank you. Yes.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for being our guest, and hopefully we'll talk to you maybe like around the holidays or something. We can get you back on for those people who are looking for what to get. And what a perfect gift.
Yes, we actually have gift boxes, so that would be a perfect idea. Yeah.
So we'll be booking you. You'll be on in the fall or the early winter. We're going to have you on, and we're going to give everyone the opportunity to also get some great holiday gifts. So thank you very much, Anissa, and we look forward. We'll talk to you in a few months.
Okay. Thanks, Susan.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll be back in just a minute.
Let's connect socially. Join the Pet Life Radio community to get the latest pet news, updates, and reviews. Connect with our show hosts and pet lovers socially on our Facebook and Twitter pages. You're just one click away. Find us at PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
We would like to thank our guests this week. And also, as our Doggy Divas always say, please love your pets because they love you unconditionally. And please remember to adopt, foster, spay, neuter, and microchip. And as always, please have a great Diva week, everyone.
That's all for this episode of the Doggy Diva Show. To find out more, go to our website, thedoggydiva.com. Also, find us on our Facebook page, The Doggy Diva Show, and tell your fellow dog lovers about it. Don't miss Susan Marie, Miss Olive, and the Doggy Divas right here for the next episode. See you again soon.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.